We wish we'd have won the game. I wish I didn't throw that interception. I wish I didn't fumble. Next time, we will do something better.
Winning an MVP doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change how I play the game of football.
When we come back, I feel like we're going to have vengeance on our mind. But we're going to have to see.
Jackson smashes a man. They're not going to get him. Are you kidding me? The scoring machine. Set the tempo. It's on. Let's go.
Give us more of that matchup any day of the week. Oh, it's NFL Sunday. We got our coach, Herm Edwards, joining the program. Coach, fantastic to see you. Let's get right to it. Lamar Jackson taking on Josh Allen. Came down to the wire in that playoff game. Why is international espionage a must this time around, huh?
Well, you think about both these quarterbacks, their abilities to extend plays. So on defense, you're going to have to allow a player to be a spy player. We call him a spyer, right? When you rush 4, he might drop back to make sure if the quarterback leaves the pocket, you can tackle him. If you rush 5, one of those guys is going to become a spy player. But here comes the problem when you have a spy player. With Lamar Jackson, you better have a spy player that can run because Lamar Jackson can run fast. And if it's Josh Allen you're spying on, you better have a guy that can tackle well because Josh Allen is 6'5", 250 pounds. So you're going to have a problem if you don't have the correct spy athlete.
It's the Ravens, it's the Bills. It's now MVP versus MVP. That being said, in your estimation, who wins tonight?
Oh, boy. I hate picking against Buffalo at home, but I'm going to go with the Ravens because of their size. Derrick Henry, obviously, big runner. They're a physical football team. This is a payback for them. Mark Andrews is a big tight end. He's at 6'5", 250. And then you got D-Hop, the new acquisition at receiver. He's a big fella, too. So I just think the tackling of these athletes is going to be tough on the Buffalo Bills defense.
A heavyweight fight. It's the Ravens and Bills tied for the shortest odds to win the championship, according to ESPN Bet. Coach is sticking around throughout the rest of the show. We're going to see him in just a second. Yeah.
All right, we're going to keep it in Charlotte. We got the Panthers and we got the Jaguars. A little cat fight today down in Florida. Panthers, Jags, banks of the St. Johns River. It's Travis time for the Jags. A highly anticipated debut for the second overall draft pick. It's a debut for Travis Hunter that is worthy of that anticipation. Will the two-way Heisman Trophy winner actually play on both sides of the ball? Dan Graziano sitting down with the man himself this week.
What kind of quarterback is Trevor Lawrence to work with?
Great quarterback. He wants stuff his ways, is what he likes, and his feels for it. I adjust to him, for the most part, to make sure I'm in the right spot for him.
Your wide receiver room is very young overall, but Brian Thomas was a first-round rookie last year, so he had a similar kind of experience. How much has he helped you with this transition to the...
Everything. Him and Diami and Parker and, my coach EB, they help me with everything. Liam is always in my ear and trying to help me, guide me to do the right thing at all times. Even when I mess up, they coming right to me and let me know how I messed up, what can I do to fix it. So I've had great teammates and have a great organization that's there to see me win.
And you can catch that full conversation on Sunday NFL Countdown at 10 a.m. Eastern. You can catch Herm Edwards with us right now. Coach Adam Schefter reporting this morning, Jacksonville plans to use Travis Hunter as a quote-unquote every down wide receiver and situational corner today. How would you use him in his debut?
Use him as an everyday corner and a part-time wide receiver, but I can see why they put him on offense. This offense was 26th in scoring, only scoring 18 points a game, so they need a little jump start. And having him, obviously, and Thomas at the receiver core, that gives you players that are dynamic with the ball in their hands. So, look, I'm not going to second-guess coaches. But he's a great athlete, and I just think that is right. As he's going to play receiver, let him play some on defense, maybe third down, 2-minute situations, because he can't play a whole game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, maybe obvious passing downs as well, like you said. Now, elsewhere in that AFC South, coach, that division has Cam Ward making his debut for Tennessee. So what are reasonable expectations here for the top overall pick this season?
Well, I think he's a fantastic player. The problem is, don't get behind in Denver. If I can recall, Denver led the league last year in sacks. They had 63 of them. And you'd hate to put him in that position where he's on the road against the Denver Broncos defense and he has to go back and throw a bunch of passes. So make sure you have a good running game. Keep the game tight. Don't get down 2 or 3 scores, because if so, Cam Ward is going to be running for his life against the Denver Broncos defense.
You mentioned that 2 or 3 scores. Tennessee more than a touchdown dog in Denver today. That is Herm Edwards. Thank you, sir. NFL, all due respect to the college guys, but the league takes center stage today. First Sunday of the NFL season is upon us. Aaron Rodgers has been around the block more times than a postal worker, but this week 1 is a little different. Not only is it his first in his Steelers uniform, he's also back at MetLife Stadium against the very same Jets for whom he played the last 2 seasons. Another season with our man, Sal Paolantonio, there in East Rutherford for that debut. Sal Pal, what should Aaron Rodgers expect here in his return to MetLife?
Good morning, Randy. Welcome to week 1 of the National Football League. Welcome to the Swamp. And as you can see, we've got a monsoon out here, raining sideways. Let me paint the picture for you. Weather-wise, first, you can see the rain. It is supposed to let up at around 11 a.m., be gone, forecasted to be gone around noon, which is an hour or so before kickoff. So that's some good news for both teams. Good news for Aaron Rodgers. Vivid Seats, the online seat service, is projecting above 40% of this crowd at MetLife Stadium will be Steelers fans today. Steelers fans in black and gold. A lot of terrible towels. Some friendly faces for Aaron Rodgers, and he is going to need it because the third forecast for Aaron Rodgers is the Jets defense will be hostile and aggressive. Aaron Glenn, the new head coach, last year when he was with the Detroit Lions as the defensive coordinator, he blitzed the quarterback 39% of the time, second most in the National Football League. And as we all know, Aaron Rodgers is 41 years old, so they're going to test his maneuverability in the pocket and his mobility, and they are going to come after him. Aaron Glenn has blitzing in his football DNA. He coached here under the very famous Rex Ryan of ESPN, who, of course, is the son of Buddy Ryan, 46 defense that won Super Bowl in 1985 for the Chicago Bears against the New England Patriots, and was also the defensive coordinator for the Jets when Joe Namath won the Super Bowl. So it's all about blitzing the quarterback for Aaron Glenn, and that's what they're going to do against Aaron Rodgers today. There's your forecast in 3 parts. You got it, Randy?
I got it. I like it's weather on the 6s here with Sal Paolantonio. I do want to point out that Aaron Rodgers needs a better start. He's lost his last 3 season openers in which he's played more than 1 drive. Sal Pal, stay dry, stay cool. We'll talk to you soon.
I'm telling you right now, Coach sees that rain and says, that's football weather, baby. Justin Fields also making his debut with a new team against his former team. Coach, how possible is it that Fields actually outshines Rodgers on the field in this game?
Well, I don't know that so much, but I know Justin Fields, they have to create this offense to his strength. And what he can do well, he can run the football. So I can see some read option stuff, but I can see the Jets trying to take some air out of the football to give Fields the ability to set up and throw some play action passes off the RPO reads. But I don't know if he outshines Aaron Rodgers because, Aaron Rodgers is a pretty good quarterback. But I see this with Justin Fields. That's what worries you about Justin Fields, his ability to tuck the ball and run. He don't run for 5 yards. He can run for touchdowns.
Yeah, he opened the season last year starting for the Steelers and actually got him off to a pretty hot start. Mike Tomlin has made the playoffs in 12 of his 18 seasons, has never had a losing record. We all know that. But to what extent are you buying that this Steelers roster is a playoff team?
You just mentioned it. Mike Tomlin can make the playoffs with any quarterback. The reason Aaron Rodgers is there is for one reason only, to upgrade this pass offense. They were dismal last year when you think about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not very good. They were 27th in pass offense. He's there to do what? To get the ball to this guy, DK Metcalf. Did we forget about him? That could be a nice combination. DK Metcalf going deep with Aaron Rodgers throwing the football. This is what the Pittsburgh Steelers have to do. Remember, they're in a division with the Cincinnati Bengals, Lamar Jackson. Well, I'm not going to mention Cleveland right now, but those are the 2 teams that they have to deal with, and they have really good offenses.
Coach still has his fastball. It's only week 1. ESPN projections giving the Steelers a 41% chance at the postseason. Coach, what's he behind Jaden Daniels' rookie season, NFL rookie rush yards for a quarterback with 891, 25 tutties through the air, Offensive Rookie of the Year honors, and a trip to the NFC Championship game after a 12-win regular season. So what does he have planned for an encore? We do not have to wait long to find out, as Dan Graziano is there in Landover, 1 p.m. kick, hosting the G-Men. Dan, Jaden Daniels gets Deebo Samuel now to the roster. What are you hearing on Deebo's role today?
You know, Gary, I went right to the source. I talked to Deebo Samuel, and I said, hey, man, this is a different offense. Are they going to be using you the way they did in San Francisco, like as a running back out of the backfield? And he said, well, you'll just have to put the game on at 1 o'clock and find out. So they're not letting on. But when you think about it, look, they went through a whole training camp where Terry McLaurin, their top receiver, was holding out or holding in due to a contract situation. Noah Brown, who's another one of their outside receivers, has been injured throughout most of camp. For most of the practices they had in August, it was Deebo and Zach Ertz and the running backs. So I think you're going to see a lot of Deebo because that's where Jaden Daniels has had the time on task with. So, yes, I think the plan for him is to use him in a lot of different ways.
Yep.
Throws at or behind the line of scrimmage, maybe out of the backfield. Obviously, there's some question marks about their running back group. So I can tell you this, the Giants believe that they will use Deebo Samuel as a running back at some point this game and have spent a lot